Quarterback in the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. That touchdown, Hurricanes.
Junior take a shot deep. Open target. Her third from left to right. Sets off.
All down.
Watch who he's going to set up. He's going to go for it. Fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
The last time these two teams met, the Broncos outscored the Wildcats 31-7 in the second half. The win propelled Boise State to the championship game, and Kentucky, well, they've been waiting for tonight ever since. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dallas. I'm Nate Murphy, alongside Tony Papel for tonight's game. And Tony, both teams are looking to get the season started off on the right foot. There might be a little extra motivation for the Wildcats in this one.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Nate. There definitely will be extra motivation for this Kentucky team. You know, we're coming into this with a top 5 matchup right out of the gate, a second game of the season, and it should be a great one.
Now, we saw a bit of an upset in game 1. So let's see what this one brings here from Dallas, Texas. Boise State Kentucky with the ball first, I should say, and they're going to start out with a quick throw to Tanner Cork, 7 yards on first down.
Yeah, quick throw to Tucker Quirk. Last year he was an All-American. I'm sure this year he's going to be looking to be an even bigger star for this Kentucky team.
The Moses King, new Wildcat quarterback, 1 for 1 to start this one, and he's going to hand it off on play number 2. That's Taylor Copley up the middle, 3 yards and just short of a first down.
Yeah, these Wildcats are looking to have Copley be an even bigger factor on offense this year. He didn't utilize him too much, but this year definitely going to be a bigger factor. Pierce Parker, the sophomore defensive end, with the tackle on that play.
Copley should be a big factor for the Wildcats this year, as you mentioned. They'd love to get him rolling early. They're going to stick on the ground on third down, and Botello goes absolutely nowhere. It's Chalakovich in the backfield with the big stop, and it's going to be a punt for UK on their first possession of the season.
Fantastic opening series on defense for this Boise State Bronco team. You mentioned Chalakovich with the tackle. He's from St. Louis, and the freshman safety making an impact early.
Big play in the backfield gets Boise State off the field, and it will get Topher Foreman and this offense onto the field for the first time. And Tony, what do you expect to see out of this Boise State offense?
I think Boise State is definitely going to come out ready to throw the ball. They're going to utilize their 5 wide receivers on offense, and they need to establish the run game and be unpredictable. And so the Dakota Jorgensen looking to have make a big play early here for this Boise offense.
They tried to get that running game going, as you mentioned there. Topher Foreman kept it. Looked like a little bit of miscommunication there with one of his backs. Didn't have enough pitch room to get that one off. So it's a no-yard gain there on first down. And Foreman in the shotgun, going to go play fake and then throw it to the near side. A lot of open room, and shaking off a one tackle is David Williamson before he's shoved out of bounds. A gain of 20.
I don't really know what happened there. It looked like he threw it backwards. That was unbelievable athleticism from Foreman there. And Williamson, like you said, that's a crazy throw. I don't know that was something that you could train for. What an unbelievable athletic achievement there.
That was something that only Patrick Mahomes has dreamed about pulling off in a game. He's able to throw it behind him to an open receiver. And a big first down pickup here for Boise State. They're going to go with a quick wide receiver screen, and this time it is incomplete. A big hit there on the outside.
Jackson Miller Sr., the junior defensive end, making that play. As TD Sav mentioned in chat, Frank is in fact different. Frank being Topher Foreman.
So now a 2nd down and 10. Kentucky's defense here, the first few plays of this ball game, has been bringing a lot of pressure. They nearly get home again. That one's thrown away. It'll be 3rd and 10.
So much elite talent on that defense for Kentucky. Definitely making Foreman uncomfortable early.
Now Foreman needs a big play here. He's going to take a shot down the seam, and it is incomplete as Manti Delano is there to knock that one away. Topher Foreman 1 for 4 on that drive, had the impressive pass, but nothing else after that, and Kentucky's going to force a punt.
Great stand there again by Kentucky. We've seen 2 great defensive series. Look, these offenses just need to settle down a little bit, make a little bit more plays. Maybe these coaches can get some easy, quick completions for their quarterbacks to settle them into this game.
Now, we saw a lot of offense, at least from one team in game 1. Early on, it's been the 2 defenses that have made the plays, and this is Copley up the middle, 3 yards, not a lot of room right up the middle against Boise State's defense.
You're right. They're just swarming them early, but 3 yards on first down, you'll take that every single time. Sets up a very nice second down play here. Maybe take a shot if you can.
Now going to throw it here on this 2nd down play over the middle and complete. It's Jasper McDonald. He's got 10 yards, and that's Kentucky's first down of the ball game.
Jasper McDonald, the freshman tight end from Tallahassee, Florida, getting involved early in this one, the elite tight end.
Now they're going to spread it out. 5 receivers set back over the middle, complete and slipping 1 tackle. Inside the 40 goes Tyler Amos, 21 yards, and another Kentucky first down on back-to-back plays.
Kentucky looks to be settling in a little bit. The receivers have calmed down. The quarterback, Moses King, has calmed down, and they're making some great plays on this drive. The Boise State's got to settle in and make sure they can't let these wide receivers for Kentucky get open so quickly, and the pass rush has got to get home.
All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 for Kentucky, and this is going to be handing it off to Copley. He shakes 1 in the backfield, but has absolutely nowhere to go. Again, it's Chalakovich, his 2nd tackle in the backfield tonight.
Exactly. It looks like Tyler O'Curran shedding that block to make the initial hit, and then Chalakovich cleans it up. Fantastic team defense there by Boise.
So now 2nd down and 13. Ball at the 39-yard line of Boise State. King going to throw it underneath, complete, and fighting for some extra yardage is Willie Hardigan. He's got 8. That sets up a 3rd and 5 for Kentucky.
Willie Hardigan, the St. Xavier High School graduate out of Louisville, Kentucky, might have been a little bit underrated last season. Looking to have even more of a breakout year this year, maybe finally get some recognition on his name.
So big third down here early for Kentucky, trying to get the first points on the board. Under some pressure, gets it away, complete to Copley, but he's not going to get anything out of it. And Boise State's defense comes up, makes a play, and is going to force a long field goal here.
You're absolutely right. Mari Johnson with a great open field tackle there, keeping it or preventing them from getting a first down and forcing the field goal.
49-yard field goal attempt up and good. Pacer Smith-Miller sticks that one between the pipes, and we've got our first points of the ball game. It is 3-0 Kentucky, and as we head to the kickoff, get your channel points ready. The first prediction of the night here, or the only prediction of our ball game here, who wins, Kentucky or Boise State? You'll have about 5 minutes when that goes up.
Oh, fumble immediately. Oh, my goodness.
And Kentucky's going to get the benefit of the doubt, or the benefit of that play, I should say. As that ball comes loose, Kentucky is going to have the ball inside, deep inside Boise State territory. So, Tony, how do you rally now if you're Boise State? You've got to keep Kentucky out of the end zone here.
Yeah, you're right. That is a bit of a downer for their defense. But, they held them on this last drive. They're going to have to do it again here.
I was going to say first and goal, but they mark it just outside the 10-yard line. Hardigan in 4-yard reception, so now just inside the 10. It'll be second down and about 6 coming up.
Yeah, it's a nice quick out there, but you got to be careful. You got to maybe get that throw out a little bit early so you can leave some room to run.
I tried to throw it short side. That didn't help him any at all. And King breaking a couple tackles on that read option, but it doesn't do him any good as Pierce Parker comes in, cleans that one up, a loss of 4 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 10 from just outside of the 10 for Kentucky.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Great job blowing up that play immediately by the linebacker blitzing there. Took the running back out of it immediately and leaving Moses King with no option other than to just try and scramble.
4 receivers, top of the formation. You're going to come back underneath to the bottom of the screen to Copley. He got it complete. They're going to give him a yard statistically, still calling it 4th and 10. So Boise State's defense, Tony, they did exactly what they had to do. They came up with 3 big plays and kept Kentucky out of the end zone.
You're absolutely right. They did. They minimized the space over the middle of the field, made King throw to the outside, and King just wasn't able to get the ball to his receivers quick enough for them to turn upfield. That's 2 great stops in a row by this Boise defense.
So 6-0 now Kentucky, 4:39 to play here in the first quarter. Boise State, they're trying to make a play on special teams. C.J. Jones, after the fumble on the kick return, tried to take that one out of the end zone, and now Boise State's going to be backed up inside their own 20.
Yeah, C.J. Jones getting a bit lucky there. He's the number 42 overall recruit, the wide receiver. Maybe not having the best first impression. Let's see him settle down, maybe get a couple passes under his belt and really become involved in this game.
So now freshman Topher Foreman at quarterback got to get this Boise State offense rolling. Completes that one underneath. Ron Johnson out of the backfield, gets 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Nice play there for Ron Johnson, the junior tight end, getting him involved. Wasn't too involved last season. I expect him to be a bit more involved this year as they utilize all of their wide receiving weapons.
So Foreman going to throw it again here on 2nd down. Didn't see anything he liked. Got rid of that one maybe a little bit too quickly. The freshman maybe having a little first game jitters here.
Yeah, I think you're right. Absolutely. He participated in the Army-Navy game and one of the newcomer games, but the CFSL is a totally different monster.
And this Kentucky defense, a little bit of a different monster. Hasn't seen Miles Mello before, and he just met him right there. Mello in the backfield with the big sack, and that is going to force a punt from deep inside Bronco territory.
Great team defense again by Kentucky. Miles Mello only played 1 year of high school football, but used it to great effect, getting that scholarship offer to play for the Wildcats. And like you said, they were forced deep by the kickoff, and now Kentucky's going to have great field position.
So punting this away from his own 3-yard line. And as you mentioned, great field position. They're going to start this on Boise State's side of the field as Rick Kuhn brings that back 11 yards. And Kentucky now, they've won the field position battle here early on. Can they finish with a touchdown, though?
That's a great question. This Boise State defense is having that bend, don't break attitude. And they had great field position last time, starting inside the 15 and couldn't convert. They'll have to here if they want to get ahead.
So 5 wide on this set, and this is going to be a sack. Moses King runs out of time quickly, and Pierce Parker, we saw him in the last drive with a tackle in the backfield, and right here gets the sack, and it forces a 2nd and 17 coming up.
Yeah, Pierce Parker there, Alexander Wilson, Mo Hart, that entire three-man front of Boise. They're running the 3-3-5 defense, maybe a little bit atypical in the CFSL, but all three of them got home on that play.
The three defensive linemen, they are going to be key for this defense, mostly to help keep those linebackers clean, but they made a play there, and now it's Moses King making a play with his legs, breaking one in the backfield, still on his feet, finally ruled down. A great job there by Moses King. 15 yards on second and long, makes this a 3rd and short.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. King just told Tyler Okura to get off of him with that firm, stiff arm, forcing him to the ground, busted it outside for a big pickup. King's going to have to keep doing that all night. I expect Kentucky to utilize that read option play all night, probably to great effect.
So 3 receivers top of the screen. This time they're going to go with a run to Copley, and Copley, minus that one run that went right up the middle, has not been able to really get anything going. 4 carries, nothing to show for it. Great job by this Boise State defense again.
You're absolutely right. Milo Pinesaw, the number 35 overall recruit there for Boise, coming up with that tackle.
So 4th and 4, Kentucky trying to take advantage of the great field position, screen pass, and not enough blocking on the outside. Copley goes nowhere. In fact, he loses a yard, and that is going to be a big play for this Boise State defense. That was Parker one more time with the stop.
Parker is all over the field right now, having a fantastic game, making his impact early and just forcing them to stop on that 4th down play. And now Boise State gets to take over. Have to utilize this momentum by that turnover.
And this flips the field position battle as well. Now Boise State with some good field position, but it's put on the turf as that one is fumbled, and Kentucky, for the 2nd time tonight, has recovered inside Boise State territory.
Unbelievable. Another fumble. Like you said, the LSU transfer, Israel Jordan Ward, coming up with the fumble recovery on that play. Looked like maybe Rick Kuhn or Austin Allen forcing that fumble. Fantastic defense again. This Kentucky team is being very opportunistic. Boise State has to limit those turnovers and has to force them to at least a field goal. They cannot let them score a touchdown.
And the first time Josiah Henry touches the ball tonight, he puts it on the turf, not the way he wanted to start the season. And Copley still having a hard time finding running room here. He gets 2 on 1st down.
Yeah, 2, exactly right. I've seen some people in chat saying that Copley maybe not a fan of this offense. Right now, it doesn't seem like he is early, but just got to get his legs under him here in this first game.
Little wide receiver bubble screen. Hardigan with the catch. He's going to pick up 1, but shut down quickly. Great job there by Chalakovich, making another play around the line of scrimmage.
You're exactly right. He's flying all over the field, making impacts at the line of scrimmage in the backfield. Looks like Willie Hardigan added a few pounds this offseason, too. He looks even bigger and stronger than normal.
And this one in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Looks like he was going to Botello on that one. Couldn't hold on. And that's the first incomplete pass from Moses King in this ballgame, but another stop for Boise State's defense after a turnover.
Exactly. Noah Shake with the great coverage there, the sophomore cornerback. And that's a punt out of bounds. Great job, Coffin, cornering this Boise State offense.
Hashtag 4th of brand. A great punt there. Again, Boise State, terrible field position, Tony. They have not gotten the benefit of the field position battle so far tonight, and we'll see if they can make something happen anyway. 1st and 10 from their own 15. Bubble screen, not a lot of room to work, and Maurice Davis goes down with a gain of 2.
With how this game has been going offensively for Boise State, I was a little concerned by that short little bubble screen. Thought it might have been a pick 6 with how many turnovers they've had early, but that was a good job performing just to get that ball out quickly.
And now going to go back to the air, and that one was jumped as Kirsch steps in front of that pass, and if he holds on to that, it is a pick 6. Boise State lucky to look at a 3rd and 8 right here.
You're right. I might have been a play early with the pick 6 called the Iowa transfer. Kirsch making an impact.
Now right over the middle, complete. C.J. Jones, and there's the positive play the young man was looking to make. A reception on a 3rd and 8, gets 11 and a 1st down.
Yes, exactly. That's their 2nd first down of the game. I think they still have less than 10 plays offensively. Ryan Schultz, the season 15 All-American Iowa transfer, making the tackle there.
Now they're going to bring a receiver into the backfield. Triple option look, and Foreman cannot get the pitch off. And there was some room to work on the outside. Great job by that Kentucky defense.
Exactly. Schultz again, back-to-back plays. They're too quick for Foreman to get that pitch out. It looked like it had promise, like you said. There was room outside, but Schultz was just too quick.
So now 2nd down and 9. We're under a minute to play here, first quarter of this opening ball game for both teams. And right up the middle goes Josiah Henry. Much better carry this time around. 7 yards, sets up a 3rd and 2.
Exactly. Martin Luther King High School graduate from Detroit is Josiah Henry. Fantastic impact early for the freshman. Got to get his legs under him. Can't fumble that football again.
So 2-by-2 set. They go right back to Henry, and he is shut down in the backfield. Jamison Weinrich with the tackle for loss, and Boise State's offense again going nowhere and forced to punt.
The hometown star, the Boise, Idaho native, playing for Boise State, Weinrich. Exactly that freshman. Another freshman for Boise State coming up big, or for Kentucky, I'm so sorry, coming up big for this team.
You know, Weinrich leaving Boise, heading out to Kentucky, making a big play there on the defensive side. So defenses honestly have ruled the day. Kentucky has made some big plays, forcing a couple of turnovers, unable to cash them in for touchdowns. Both defenses doing what needs to be done here early on, Tony.
You're absolutely right. They are. The defenses are stepping up exactly. And it's going to be a battle all game, I think. You know, I was expecting maybe a little bit more of an offensive showdown like we had in that first game. But these defenses have come to play.
I'm sure we'll see the offenses kind of spark to life here as they make adjustments. But early on, the defense is doing what needs to be done. And this time, Boozer going to drag down King. And I believe that will be the final play of the first quarter. It will be. The first quarter in Dallas is done. Kentucky 6, Boise State nothing, in a defensive showdown here early on. You're watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports right here on Twitch. Make sure you come right back. And welcome back to Arlington, Texas here as we got the Kickoff Classic, the Cowboy Classic going on. Kentucky with the football, 2nd down and 8. King back to pass, under pressure, hit as he lets it go. Fortunate that his arm was going forward and it's an incomplete pass.
Very lucky is right. Exactly. Looks like Boozer getting involved again on that play, back to back, like we've called a couple times already.
Now 3rd and 9, drop back pass, and that is incomplete. Had a man, and it looked like it got there. Great defense on the backside, though, knocked it free.
Yeah, exactly. Boise State is doing a fantastic job. They've been a bit under the gun defensively with some bad turnovers and field position, but they're stepping up and holding strong. This Kentucky team has not been able to get going. They're getting the ball back to their offense. Now they just need their offense to get something. But this Kentucky defense, like we've said, has not been giving up any yardage.
And there you see 40 yards, averaging 2 yards allowed per play. So Topher Foreman, the freshman quarterback, getting his first real CFSL action. You mentioned the couple of all-star appearances here in the preseason. Not quite the same beast as this Kentucky defense is presenting. And they're going to try and get Josiah Henry going on the ground. Nothing doing there. Brian Schultz, another tackle here early on.
You're exactly right. Schultz all over the field making plays. And that linebacker core is going to be very fresh and very deep. They have 4 elite linebackers to the Wildcats. So it's going to be very tough to establish the run game.
And they're going to stick with it here, trying to get the edge. Henry slips 1 tackle, giving 5. It'll set up a 3rd and 5. And now maybe still a run in the option here for Boise State on 3rd and 5.
Yeah, 3rd and 5 is great. It's a big 5-yard pickup for Henry. Just got to keep those legs moving, get them in 3rd manageable.
And they will throw it here, and Topher Foreman has some time taking a shot, and an open man in and out of the hands, laying out to try and make that catch, but couldn't hang on, and it'll be 4th down.
Fantastic throw there by Foreman. Might have just been a hair too far. Great effort by that wide receiver. Didn't catch the number, but that's a fantastic job. And Kentucky maybe catches a bit of a break by that overthrow.
And nearly finding some extra room on the outside was Rick Kuhn. He's kind of hog-tied down and gets the ball out to the 42, where Kentucky will take over. And again, winning the field position battle here in the first half. 5 receivers, and then they're going to bring Copley in the backfield, a little RPO action, and dumped off underneath to Jasper McDonald. Good for only 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, very strange play there by Kentucky. Maybe a little bit of a throwback. I've only ever seen really Oklahoma State do that play. And it's coming to fruition here again. McDonald, I believe that's his second catch on the night for the tight end.
I believe you're right. 2 catches for McDonald. Not a lot to show for that one, at least. So 2nd down and 8, 4 receiver set, 3 to the top of the screen. Another play action for King. Has some time, and he's going to go right down the middle, complete. This time to Tyler Amos, 28 yards and a first down inside the Boise State 30-yard line.
Amos has been 49 yards and 2 catches, kind of that big play option so far for Kentucky. Haven't really found Quirk or Hardigan down the field yet, but Amos is coming up very clutch. Just found a little separation on that post route, cutting across the field, and did a great job to find the soft spot in that zone.
Just enough separation for Moses King to find him and put it right on the money. 1st and 10, ball on the 28-yard line. Little read option, and King goes nowhere. Down in the backfield once again, Milo Pinesaw with the tackle.
Milo Pinesaw, the freshman, again getting involved. Great tackle for loss there on that read option play, like you just said. Boise State's got to have this bend, don't break mentality again and force another field goal.
So 5 receivers, 4 to the bottom of the screen on the short side of the field. Quarterback draw. Design run for Moses King. Going to find 2 yards, but it's still going to be 3rd and long for Kentucky.
3rd and very long. Exactly. You're right. I'd maybe try and find some space over the middle of the field. Haven't had a lot of success out near the boundaries, maybe behind that linebacker core, right around the 10, 12-yard line. Get it to the receiver right around the first down marker.
A single high safety. They're going to take a shot down to the corner, and this one picked off in the back of the end zone. And what a play by Noah Shake to end this Kentucky drive.
Fantastic defensive play by Noah Shake. The first interception of the game. Oh, but we're going to see a challenge on the play here.
And this one initiated by the coaching staff of Kentucky. And they're hoping that at the very least they're going to get a chance at points here. I don't know about you, Tony, but from the angles I'm seeing, that looks like a catch.
I think so. I think he got both feet in bounds there.
And the call will stand. So Kentucky loses the football, loses a chance at points, and loses a timeout on that play. So we'll see now, can Boise State ride some of that momentum? Their defense making sure that they're still 1 possession away from taking the lead, and Foreman can't find any running room, gain of only 1 on that read option.
Yeah, Ryan Schultz found just enough on that blitz to take Foreman down and prevent perhaps a big gain. It looked like Foreman had a bit of room there.
So 2nd and 9 and 4 receivers for Boise State, and going backwards once again is Josiah Henry. Miles Mello for the 2nd time tonight finds the ball in the backfield and makes a play.
Had a big sack earlier, and now with the big tackle for loss, forces the 3rd and long. Great play by Miles Mello, the senior defensive end.
2-by-2 set. Boise State needs to get something going here. Screen pass knocked down, and that is a great play on the edge that time by Jackson Miller Sr., knocking it down, forcing a punt.
Miller Sr. might need to get it with the corners and wide receivers, work on those hands drills. That could have been, and probably should have been, a pick 6, but it might be he jumped a little bit too high, just showing too much athleticism. Nate?
Hey, it did look like it might have caught him around the face mask. It may have got him by surprise a little bit. Nonetheless, Kentucky, again, great field position. They have lived around midfield, starting field position this entire half. They've got it at the 45-yard line of Boise State. Speed option look, and they got it to the outside. Inside the 40 to the 39 goes Tyler Amos. Gain of 6 on 1st down.
Amos with the great run play there, had the 2 long receptions, but great swarming defense by Boise State. Only allows 6. Amos might have been able to cut upfield a little bit earlier and pick up a bit more.
4 wide receivers set here on 2nd and 4. They're going to come out of the backfield with Coakley. A nice little wheel route, and he was open. Gain of 14, and Kentucky's offense starting to find some momentum.
Exactly. Great wheel route concept there by Kentucky, and just shrugs the defender at the end.
And a little tunnel screen trying to get it to Ken Dixon the 3rd. Gets the catch, but only good for 3 yards.
First time we're calling Ken Dixon's name here. Good to see him get involved, the freshman wide receiver, very highly regarded recruit coming out of high school.
And now triple option look. They get it outside to Copley. He's got some blocking. He's inside the 10-yard line, down at about the 8, and that's a 13-yard pickup. It'll be 1st and goal, Kentucky. Can Boise State's defense make another play?
I know it'll be tough, inside the 10, but they did it last time. Great block on the outside by Tucker Court there to spring that run.
Receivers blocking key in the running game, and they're doing it here. And this one thrown away. Great coverage from Boise State's secondary, forcing that one to be thrown away.
Have fun riding this, Jules. Thank you very much. But Triple O does, in fact, work on specific plays, not in terms of a total offense.
Now looking to score a little bit more traditionally with the pass, and this one complete and fumbled. So this is going to be ruled a catch and a fumble. Boise State's defense does it again, comes up with a stop in the red zone, and turns away Kentucky again.
This is truly incredible defense by this Boise State team with their backs against the wall. Yet again, Demetrius Thomas comes up with the recovery after maybe Milo Pinesaw, it looks like, forces that fumble. But they're going to review this as well. I'm not sure. I think he might have been down live, but we'll see.
And that ball did come out late, and from that look there, he does look like he's down. We'll see what the booth decides, and if it stands, it's another big play for Boise State.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Yeah, and it is reversed. So Kentucky catching a break. It'll be 3rd and goal. And Kentucky 0 for 7 here on 3rd down. We'll see if they can punch one in here. 3rd and goal from the 2. And not going to be able to do it. They opted to try and throw for it. And it's forced out of the back of the end zone. And Kentucky one more time going to force to kick a field goal here.
Another great stand by Boise State's defense. Now they just got to get the offense going. And Kentucky, if you're Kentucky's offense, you're thinking, man, what do we have to do to get into the end zone at this point? We've had so many opportunities, been inside the red zone 3 times and couldn't convert. They have to find a way to put it in. Otherwise, their defense is just going to start getting mad at them at this rate.
And Chaotic Scott, first time chat. We appreciate you joining us here. And you stepped into a good one. It's 9-0 Kentucky, unable to put anything in the end zone, but still in control of this ball game seemingly. And Riley Rory 3 yards on his first catch of the season. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Exactly, getting Rory involved, using all the wide receivers. They're going to have to continue to spread the ball out if they want to continue to progress forward in this game and get some points on the board.
A good protection that time up front, and Henry with a catch out of the backfield sets up a 3rd and 1, and I feel like this has become a very important 3rd down late in the first half.
I absolutely agree with you, Nate. Exactly. We'll have to see if I would just punch it over the line, but it looks like they're going to be in the shotgun for this.
Now they will try and spread them out, and they're going to throw for it, and it is complete. Norris Davis, a good job kind of boxing out the defender and making sure he's the only one that can make a play on that ball, and it's a 1st down.
Smoke Wyatt, the senior, season 15 All-American, making the play there, but couldn't get there fast enough to knock the ball out.
So 2-by-2 set, they're going to go back to the ground, and it's going to be Foreman on a read option. He's got 3, but couldn't get away from Bordeaux. Good job running him down and stopping that one for a very minimal gain.
Freshman defensive tackle Bordeaux making the play there. Exactly. Great job to hold that, to keep it, but just couldn't get away.
So 2nd down and 7. Going to throw for this one, and it's complete out of the backfield. Ron Johnson slipping out of the backfield for another catch, his 2nd on the night. It'll be 3rd and 4 for Boise State.
Bit of a fadeaway throw there for Foreman. We've seen Foreman throw the backwards pass somehow. We've seen him do the fadeaway, just showing off the athleticism. But, if you're Boise fans or the Boise coaches, you definitely want to see him get the ball further down the field rather than those short, quick passes.
And you want to see what we saw out of him in the Army-Navy game where he was throwing it downfield and making plays. This one deflected at the line of scrimmage and caught by Josiah Henry. He's able to fall forward for the 1st down, and sometimes, Tony, better lucky than good.
You're exactly right. I don't know if that was going to be completed down the field. Didn't really look like he had a man open, but you'll take that every day.
And now they go backwards as Josiah Henry catches a break on the 3rd down play, and Jackson Miller Sr. catches him in the backfield on 1st down.
Exactly. Didn't look like the best read from Foreman there. Looked like he had room outside of Miller, but decided to hand it off anyway. Maybe he's getting a little bit sore in the backfield, maybe getting it to halftime before he takes another run.
Little tunnel screen this time for Timothy Banger, and he is banged down hard. He picks up a couple. We'll give him 4, actually. It'll be 3rd down and 9, though, for Boise State.
So we've yet to see teams really utilize that spot, maybe about 10, 15 yards behind the linebackers in front of the safeties. We've seen Amos get down the field a little bit for longer catchers for Kentucky, but Boise State has yet to convert really anything across the middle of the field. Look for them maybe to try and do that here.
Oh, they're going to need at least 9 on this 3rd down play. And again, quick pressure, force Foreman to throw that one quickly. Cortez Largent with the catch, but he only gets 7. They needed 9, and Boise will go for it here on 4th down.
You're exactly right. I mean, I think they have to at this point. You know, they just before halftime try and get something going offensively.
So 4th and 2, 4 wide receivers set. And Boise State not only is going to go for it here, they're going to try and kill as much of this clock as they can in good field position here inside the 40 of Kentucky. They're going to snap this with about 2 seconds left on the play clock, and that way if they don't get it, they minimize some of the time that Kentucky has with the football. Quick bubble screen, complete 1st down for Boise State. Cortez Largent picks up 5 and moves the sticks again.
Large at the target on back-to-back plays. Fantastic job finding him the ball, and great block on the outside to set up that 1st down play.
So now just about a minute to go, 1st half. Boise State moving the football a little bit here, and this time Topher Foreman can't find any running room. He goes down, 2nd down and 14.
Yeah, just ran right into the defensive lineman as he was being blocked. Not the best awareness there.
Now 2nd and 14 over the middle, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And again, this Kentucky defense bringing pressure, forcing quick throws.
You're right, exactly. But if the incompletion lets the clock stop, maybe let Boise State take their time a little bit with this play.
And you would think they might be taking a shot here at another 4 down territory, but not going to need to worry about a 4th down call here. Riley Rory for 22 on 3rd and 17.
Finally saw them go about 10, 15 yards down the field over the middle. It was a little bit late on the play call, or I was a little bit too early with 3 or 4 plays, but they finally did it.
Bubble screen, and that one's going nowhere. Rory just had the big play. Goes down hard there. A loss of 2.
Now they have to rush back to the line here. I was a little surprised they didn't call a timeout.
Well, they have only 1 left, so maybe trying to hold on to that for a potential field goal. Foreman going to get dropped, and they're going to hurry up again as Bordeaux gets his 2nd sack of the night.
Nice job by Kentucky defense not letting them get away.
And again, a little wide receiver tunnel screen and nearly slipped free. Rory gets 6. It'll be 4th and 11. Boise State going to get their first opportunity here to put some points on the board with Henry trying to kick this one through.
Yeah, it looks like they're probably going to let this be the last play of the half. Go into halftime, try and only be down 6.
So Jonah Henry, the freshman kicker. This one snapped with 2 on the clock. It is up. It is good. So Kentucky is going to head to the locker room in this rematch with a 6-point lead, 9-3. And Tony, game 1, we saw offense galore, especially out of Michigan. Here in game 2, the defenses have come to play. 12 total points so far in the 1st half.
Absolutely right, Nate. The defenses have been feasting on both sides of the ball. Somehow, Boise State has been backed up against their own goal line at least 3 times and forced the field goals. And Kentucky's just barely even let Boise State cross the 50 only on that final drive that they get to the whole game. And so you're going to have to see these teams relax a little bit offensively, maybe take a shot downfield. We haven't really seen too many shots deep down the field from either team. The run games have been stuffed. The pass games have only really come alive maybe a little bit late. And as you can see right there, essentially no rush yards for either team.
And 19 total rushing yards between the two. Passing yards nearly even, 104 to 107. Turnovers in favor of Kentucky's defense. They also own time of possession. And you look at all that, and you might think Kentucky would be controlling this ball game, or at least leading this ball game by more than 6. But it's been the defense of Boise State that's kept them around. And if they hang around long enough, I mentioned it in the open, they outscored Kentucky by 24 in their last meeting in the second half. Kentucky's going to have to find a way to put some points on the board. Boise State's going to get it first. They've also got to figure out this Kentucky pass rush, Tony. They forced quick throws here tonight.
Yes, they have. You're right. The pass rush has been getting home on nearly every play and preventing those Boise State receivers from getting down the field and forcing the quick throws. Maybe try and keep Josiah Henry or David Williamson. We haven't really seen this game in the backfield to help protect from that pass rush to get the ball out later.
Now, it looked like they wanted to go downfield on that one, and again, no time to throw. Israel Jordan Ward with the sack, and real quick, 99 Maverick, first time Chad. We appreciate you joining us. We appreciate all you guys joining us, and right now, Kentucky's defense appreciating their effort.
Yes, they absolutely are. You're right. 2nd and 15, never a good place to start, especially from your own 10-yard line.
And a little bit of time here, right down the seam. And here's the big play you've been calling for, Tony. And now it's a foot race inside the 10 to the 5. And that is going to be a Boise State Bronco touchdown. It's Largent into the end zone. And that is going to break this one open, I have a feeling.
I think you're right. It will. The scoring is just going to pour on from now on. But fantastic throw from Foreman just to find him. Great job breaking the coverage by Cortez Largent to get behind the safeties and get that touchdown play. Kentucky has been strong all night, but one play is all it takes to break open a game.
And you've been calling for it, that shot down the field. This one maybe a little bit longer than even you've been looking for. He's able to get behind the safeties and just enough time for Topher Foreman to scan the field and find his man open downfield. And now Moses King, he hasn't had to respond to anything yet tonight. Tony, how does he do it?
Well, I think he's probably going to look to do the same thing that Topher Foreman just did. The middle of the field has not been utilized really this entire game, except for the 2 big plays to Amos for Kentucky, and now the 2 plays for Boise across the middle. So maybe look to utilize that a little bit more this drive as well for Moses King.
So the first down carry for Copley picks up 4. He has not found a lot of success here early on. We'll see if this Kentucky offense can wear down Boise State and run the football here in the second half. This one, Pierce Parker, he's been everywhere. He's had a couple of sacks, tackles in the backfield, and then nearly with an interception there.
Running the 3-3-5, and you see Pierce Parker in coverage with fantastic athleticism by the defensive end.
So 0 for 8 here on third down as Kentucky make it 0 for 9. Copley on the screen pass gets a yard and no more. Boise State's defense once again making another play, forcing another punt as T. Boozer, his 6th tackle on the night.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Defense coming up big. You maybe think that field goal going into halftime, knowing they were going to get the ball first in the second half, really sparked some momentum. Probably had a great halftime speech in the locker room. They drove down the field and scored, get the quick stop, and now let's see if they can drive down again. They could really blow it open here.
There you see statistically this game is even. On the scoreboard, just about even. Boise State, the only touchdown in the ballgame. We just saw it a moment ago on the big pass play to Cortez Largent, and now over the middle, complete. Breaking a tackle is Henry, and still fighting for more yardage. Josiah Henry, 17 yards into Kentucky territory. First down, Boise State.
Fantastic play there and a great throw by Foreman. Just finding him, you don't just going through his reads. You don't need 10 yards on every play, but you never know what you're going to find. You break a tackle and you spring something big. Great play by Henry.
Little angle route out of the backfield. Hard for those linebackers in man coverage to stick with the running back. No one could do it that time. So now 1st and 10. Ball on the Kentucky 46-yard line. Little read option and Foreman trying to get to the edge. That play has not worked, and it's very rare you go through a game where you see neither quarterback be able to break free. Smoke Wyatt all over that one. This read option has been shut down tonight on both sides.
Yes, it has. You're right. Wyatt flying up from that outside position. Great job. Smoked that out the entire way, hence the name.
A little pun. I like when we get punny here in the booth. And Kentucky's defense making a play again. Cortez Largent not getting away from anybody this time. Has 100 yards receiving, most of them coming on his last reception.
Yes, thank you. I did try for the pun. Normally, I'm not very successful with that with them, but that one might have been okay.
It's all right. There's really no such thing as a good pun. This a good screenplay. Josiah Henry, 11 yards, enough for the Boise State first down. And all of a sudden, this Boise State offense is starting to find a little bit of a rhythm.
Very smooth transition there, Nate, saving me from more embarrassment. Great job, exactly like you said, getting another first down. Boise's really on a roll now.
So now 2 in the backfield with Foreman. He's going to go play action, look for a receiver, all kinds of time this time, and finds a man open, complete inside the 15 to Reese Davis. 23 more yards for this Boise State offense, and it's going to be first down inside the 15.
Great job blocking by that offensive line, giving Foreman enough time to find Davis all the way across the field. That's a long throw, very dangerous, but in a spot where no one was. Great job finding that spot in the zone coverage, and great play now inside the red zone for Boise.
And that play made by the offensive line, giving Foreman so much time and a chance for that Davis route to develop. And here goes the read option, finding the edge is Topher Foreman, and he is hit hard. He's collapsed after a 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 5 from just about the 7-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great read on that time by Foreman on the read option play. Might have been able to cut it upfield a little bit earlier, incite the contact with the safety coming across to pick up a few more yards, but just content with the 5.
Good open field tackle from Delano there. And they were going to try and set up another screen. Foreman just throws this one into the seats. Kentucky had that one sniffed out.
Yeah, better to just throw it away, throw that souvenir instead of throwing the pick 6, especially down inside the red zone. Smart call there by Foreman.
So 3rd and 5, going to try and set up a screen to Henry, and this time it is stuffed by the Kentucky defense. A great job getting to that one, and again, Jackson Miller Sr. read that from the start, going to force another Boise State field goal.
A little disappointed with the conservative play calling here inside the 10-yard line, but Kentucky's defense stood tall and wasn't fooled on any of those plays, forcing the field goal. Great job there by the Wildcats.
Things kind of got a little bit tight for Boise State's offense there inside the 15. Not a lot of room to throw the football around, and the running game has not been able to become a factor here yet for either team, and they might have to for one of these two teams to kind of open things up for the passing attack as well. And Kentucky now down 4, trying to make something happen here on this drive.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The run does have to get involved. The linebacker groups and the safeties are flying up from their positions to make plays, especially inside the red zone. I'm surprised we haven't seen more runs.
Play action pass, and they're going to take a shot downfield wide open, and this is going to be a Kentucky touchdown. They are not catching him, and the Wildcats, just like that, quark into the end zone, and they retake the lead.
We saw that so many times last season. Tucker Quirk finally getting involved in this game with the deep pass. Great throw by Moses King to Quirk, and that looks like Mustafa Chalakovich getting burned in coverage. Can't let that happen next time. You're not catching him once he gets past you. Great job by Kentucky with the answer. It looks like we have finally started breaking out the touchdowns instead of the field goals here.
And when they went play action, I was going to say that that's not going to fool anybody, but they have apparently run the football just enough to make the safeties step up, make the corners lose eyesight of the receiver, and Quark runs right by everybody. So maybe just the threat of Copley in the backfield is enough that play fake really worked on that play. And this ball is loose, and Boise State is going to recover. That is the second time tonight we have seen a kick returner for Boise State put it on the turf.
You're right, it is. I believe that was CJ Jones again. Definitely need to maybe get some stickum on those gloves of his so he doesn't fumble it. Very lucky to recover that one, though. But yet again, we see Boise State pinned in their own, deep in their own field position to start a drive.
Ball on their own 8, 1st and 10. Not at all where you want to start a possession here. And they're going to go play fake and take a shot. And a good comeback route by Timothy Banger, complete along the sideline. First down, Boise State.
Great job. That's another long throw by Foreman, but when he has enough time, it looks like he's able to make some deep plays. Kentucky not bringing any pressure, lets that offensive line block all of the defensive front for Kentucky.
Well, they were bringing pressure in the first half. They've kind of backed off a little bit, and Harris complete on the bubble screen, but goes absolutely nowhere. We'll see if Kentucky starts to dial it up a little bit more here.
That's exactly what I was getting at, Nate. You're exactly right. They have dialed it back with the pressure, and that's allowed Boise State to start driving down the field.
They do bring a little extra with a linebacker that time, but Henry on the run back to the line of scrimmage. That is it. Smoke Wyatt, his 4th tackle here on the night. And there you see the yardage for Henry, 8 carries, 8 yards.
Yeah, not great, but I mean, apparently it's just enough because play action has worked for both teams.
Well, 3rd and 9, they're going to throw it here and complete. And Cortez Largent needed 9, gets 10 and moves the chains. Good job just turning it upfield, staying in bounds, and then sticking his head in there to get the first down.
Largent seems to be the go-to guy for Foreman in this game. Picked up a few key first downs and the touchdown.
And nearly got Kentucky to jump offside there. And then Henry goes backwards again. And I believe this Rick Kuhn going to get credit for the tackle. Looked like Smoke Wyatt was over there as well. A great job by this Kentucky defense swarming to the football.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. The number 9 overall recruit from New York City, New York, Rick Kuhn, making a big impact, the freshman. Great to see him involved, and all of the freshmen for both of these teams getting involved early.
Doesn't look like Kentucky has a deep safety, and not going to take advantage of that is Boise as they try and go outside to Nurice Davis, on another bubble screen. Goes nowhere. 3rd and 10 coming up.
DJ Brooks, the season 15 All-American, looked like he might try and get a pick 6 there, but the ball just beat him to the receiver, and Boise State lives to see another play.
3rd down screenplay. Can they get the blocking in front? And a good job by Henry hurdling one man. Paid the price for it, though. Picks up 5 short of the first down. Kentucky with a 3-point lead, about to get the ball back.
Fantastic job by Smoke Wyatt to catch Henry in the air and suplex him down on the ground. Not sure that's a flag. I think in modern college football that is a flag for that kind of play, but getting lucky there. And Kentucky with the ball to start. Again, they've got to drive down the field. They're with the lead, but their defense is going to want them to put more points on the board with how fantastic they've been playing.
And there you see Boise State's actually nearly doubling the plays that Kentucky has run. But a couple of big plays for Kentucky, and they have a 3-point lead. Not to mention the starting field position has been in their favor all game long. This one, though, put into some danger, and Milo Pinesaw nearly comes down with an interception.
That would have been a fantastic interception by Pinesaw. Very athletic over-the-shoulder play, but Moses King gets a little bit lucky. Didn't see Pinesaw coming across the field there, and lives to see this play.
4 receivers to the bottom of the screen, and again, they go back to that quarterback draw, and Alexander Wilson has seen enough of that as Moses King dropped in the backfield, gets absolutely nothing. It'll be 3rd down and 11 coming up.
Haven't called Wilson's name too much this game, the Charleston, South Carolina native, because Pierce Parker's been so all over the field. But nice to see him get a tackle that play.
3rd and 11 screenplay, and it's going to have to be Copley on his own. Gets 7, though. Short of the first down. Decision time for Kentucky, and with 2.5 to go 3rd quarter, even though they're at midfield, they're going to punt this one away.
I think this was probably the right call. Your defense is playing so well. If you just can contain the long pass, your defense has been holding Boise State essentially scoreless with a great punt here. Oh, my goodness.
No way.
Punt.
For the brand, right to the 1-yard line, or inside the 1-yard line. I have never seen that in the few years that I've been here, the couple of years I've been here watching games. And now Boise State in a lot of trouble, and Foreman fortunate to get that one away and incomplete.
I do not know how that was a pass. It looked like he just dropped the ball for a fumble. I might have challenged that play if I was Kentucky.
And now they're going to go to the ground. Can he get it out of the end zone? He does. Not a lot of running room to get for Topher Foreman, but he picks up 2. More importantly, he got it out of the end zone.
Play action and a read option from the 1-foot line. Very risky play calling by Boise, but it looks like they might get away with it.
3rd and 8, and Josiah Henry, well, the traditional run game hasn't worked for him either. Ryan Schultz has made sure of that. 11 tackles, that one right at the line of scrimmage. Boise State going to have to punt it from the back of their own end zone.
Yeah, maybe look for a punt block here by Kentucky. They went for it looked like, but they're going to have great field position on this next drive.
Now it'll be another drive that Kentucky starts inside Boise State territory. And for as often as we've said that tonight, Tony, Kentucky 16 points to show for it. Great job by the Boise State defense.
Yeah, you're right. Their touchdown came on the long passing play. They haven't really converted when they've had that good field position. You're right.
And looking to convert here, they're going to go right to the screen on 1st down. and it worked about as well as it usually does on third down. Shut down in the backfield, losing 4 is Copley, and Boise State's defense looking to come up with another one.
Yeah, Mo Hart there sniffed that out right away. No getting around the Mountain Home, Idaho native sophomore defensive tackle. Great job sniffing out that screenplay. Pierce Parker and Mo Hart been all over the screenplays. Alexander Wilson getting involved too. Those 3 defensive linemen must be exhausted at this point.
Now they've been chasing all night long, and Hartigan gets 6, so sets up a 3rd and 8 coming up here for Kentucky.
Yeah, getting the ball out quick, but you got to get it out faster so that way your receivers can have time to get upfield. No chance there.
0 of 10 on third down, and they are not going to convert here either. Dumped underneath to Taylor Copley. Got 6, needed 8, and decision time for Kentucky. They're going to kick it.
Yeah, I think this is the right call. You know, their defense has been playing so well. We're saying it every time. Points are at a premium, as Chad has been saying as well. So, you know, any points are good points at this rate.
And there is 3 more for the Kentucky Wildcats. Pacer Smith-Miller once again bangs it between the pipes. His 4th field goal of the night. He's 4 of 4. And Kentucky with a 6-point lead again. Now, the last time they went up, or they started to build a lead, they went up 9-0. They gave up 13 unanswered. So we'll see if Boise State now, one, can hold on to the football here on the kickoff return, and they do. Now can Topher Foreman put another drive together for the offense.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that, the Kentucky Wildcats are only giving up about 4 yards per play. 4 yards per play gets a first down every drive and marches down the field, so they've been very opportunistic. But, you know, except for that one big play, that it might get away from them. So if they can contain that big play, Kentucky, I think, will feast.
And that was nearly intercepted on the edge. A great play by Miles Mello to get his hands on one. And we have a new follow, 99 Maverick. 2980 on our followers. We're now 20 followers away from the 3,000 mark. So if you're not following, make sure you smash the button, start following the page. And right now, Topher Foreman finding some running room. Hard to come by. Schultz, 12 tackles on the night.
Yeah, we've seen the quarterbacks have more success running the ball than the running backs. Maybe not too surprising with the option books that we kind of have seen in the read option. But, you know, here it's any running yards or premium yards.
And going back to Josiah Henry, and Kentucky has been ready for the freshman running back all night long. Henry going nowhere once again. Smoke Wyatt with that one. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Throw the 4s up in chat. It's been a great one. It will continue to be. Kentucky 19-13 over Boise State. You're watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports right here on Twitch. Fourth quarter about to get underway right here in Arlington, and Boise State going to punt it away. And again, Kentucky going to have good field position. May not get this one across midfield. We'll see. Rick Kuhn gets it close out to about the 47-yard line. Kentucky takes over.
Yeah, fantastic defense from both sides. 1 touchdown each for both teams. You know, if any team can put another one inside the end zone, I think that might be the last touchdown we see all game, really, at this rate.
No, it's been, as we've said a couple times, points have been at a premium. Touchdowns even more rare. Pierce Parker, another tackle on that speed option look as King was able to pick up 3. So 2nd down and 7 just across midfield at the 49. Draw play, and Copley was swallowed alive by Pierce Parker, but Parker not the only one there. It was kind of a meet me in the middle situation with Alexander Wilson.
Yes, it was, exactly. That looked like a sandwich there, by a Copley sandwich. Great job by those Boise defensive linemen.
3rd and 11. Kentucky 0 for 11 on 3rd down, and they pick up a big one here. Tucker Quirk, 39 more yards. Add those to his total. 3 catches, 125 yards.
Yeah, fantastic yards per catch right there. Nearly 40, it sounds like. A great job by Quirk. They just can't contain him.
And looking for the end zone to the corner, picked off. And that is the 2nd time in the end zone that Boise State's defense has come up with a play. This one is Henry Pate III, stopping another Kentucky drive.
Yeah, fantastic. Bend, don't break. This Boise State defense has been incredible with their backs against the wall. Give up the big play, and they respond immediately. Great job by Pate getting involved in this game.
And now Foreman nearly gives it right back. Ryan Schultz, his first pass deflection on the night, probably should have been an interception.
Yeah, I think so. If that's picked, he had a lot of room in front of him. That could have been very demoralizing for Boise.
Boise State trying to get the lead back, but they have got to get this offense rolling. That one thrown out to Rory, who's able to get it back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Yeah, DJ Brooks on defense looked to try and get that pick again, but was able to catch just enough of Ruby's legs to tackle him.
3rd and 10. Boise State looking for a big play down the sideline, and Nerese Davis keeps the toes in bounds and moves the chains.
Fantastic throw by Foreman. Offensive line gave him just enough time to make this throw. Burns DJ Brooks and makes a fantastic play. Toe drag swag on the sideline. Great job by Boise getting down the field. If they could put this one in, they go up by 1. That might be the final score of this ball game. If they could put this into the end zone, Kentucky could be in trouble.
7.5 and counting. A little speed option look to the outside. Josiah Henry finds 3 yards, but not much running room still. Only 9 yards on the night.
Yeah, 9 yards is a bit rough for just over 3/4 of football. Great job by that Kentucky front 7.
2-by-2 set. They're going to go read option. Foreman, I don't know how he got out of there, but throws a stiff arm, and he's got 6, and it's going to be 3rd down and 1 for Boise State.
A bit lucky that it seemed like both players in the backfield for Kentucky went for the running back on that read option. Dion Bordeaux making the tackle there, saving the 1st down.
3rd and 1, over the middle, complete, and a little room to work. Nerese Davis again, 9 yards, another 1st down. Back-to-back 3rd downs, they've gone to Nerese Davis.
Yes, they have. You're right. Coming up very clutch. It was Cortez Largent a bit earlier. Right now, it's Nerese Davis. Great job by Boise marching down the field. Consistent quality plays.
1st and 10 right up the middle, and that's the best running room we've seen for Josiah Henry. And he finds 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 2.
Yeah, great run play. Kept a couple other people in the backfield with them to get those lead blocks. Great job by that offensive line. Moving the ball down the field, getting just outside the red zone.
Right back to Henry, fighting for yards, and he was just pushing defenders with him, and he's able to pick up the 1st down. Jackson Miller Sr. had him in the backfield, couldn't bring him down.
You're right, exactly. This run game has kind of come alive these last few plays for Boise. We're finally seeing something from that running game from either team.
Now Foreman looking for the big play, and he finds Cortez Largent again, and it's a Bronco touchdown.
Bronco touchdown is right. 2nd touchdown of the game for Cortez Largent. Great drive down the field led by the freshman Topher Foreman. Great running by freshman Josiah Henry. That's a championship level drive right here, or right there in this game, which could be a precursor to a championship or semifinal matchup later in the postseason. What a fantastic matchup we've seen so far by number 3 Boise and number 4 Kentucky.
This game, everything that we hoped it would be, and probably a little bit more. These defenses have gone blow for blow, and the offenses have made just enough plays at times to kind of keep this thing really interesting. And now a big special teams play, breaking a couple of tackles and getting it all the way out to the 45. Rick Kuhn, 43 yards, and the narrative of great field position continues for Kentucky.
It does. You're right. Maybe that's the start that Kentucky needed. Rick Kuhn getting them in great field position again. We've seen it on punts and turnovers, but never on a kickoff return.
And this one out to midfield, fighting for some extra yards is Copley, but he's drugged down after the gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Looked like both teams had a little bit of a mosh party there trying to get that tackle, but great job getting them downfield. 5 yards on 1st down. You'll take that every time.
And Chalakovich, another tackle, his 9th blitz coming, and able to get it away just in time. And Hardigan picks up 3. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, Hardigan maybe thought he was a little bit closer to the sideline than he was. Might have been able to turn it upfield or spin outside, but still got the catch, and that's all that matters.
1 for 12 on 3rd down. Need another big one here. And this one nearly intercepted. Aries Rodriguez had his hands on it. It'll be 4th and 2. And with 5:17 to go, Kentucky's going to go for it.
I love this call by Kentucky. Very aggressive. Your defense has been playing well. Let's give them the ball if they don't make it.
Draw play, and Copley right up the middle finds 6 yards before he's run into. First down, Kentucky.
Maybe we've seen both of these teams get a little bit more yards per carry in the run game. Both of these defensive lines must be getting tired.
Well, both defenses have spent a lot of energy, and another blitz coming, and this time getting home just enough to force a throwaway.
Yeah, you're right. Just throwing that one away, that souvenir. Maybe this settles down Kentucky. They've been running a few plays very quickly in a row. Lets them settle in, get the play call they want right here.
Fully loaded shotgun here on 2nd and 10. They're going to dump this one out to Jamison Weinrich. 1 yard gain, and that's it. So 3rd and 9, another big 3rd down coming up.
Weinrich, the linebacker, coming in. I'm not sure that's quite the play they wanted to run there with a linebacker catching that one, but you never know. Maybe they were trying to throw a little wrinkle.
Pistol set on 3rd and 9. They're going to go underneath to Copley, and he's going to have first down yardage. Fighting forward for 11, moving the chains, and Kentucky now trying to answer back.
Yeah, Kentucky having another great drive as well. We just saw the great job by Boise, Kentucky doing another great job. Just consistent drives down the field, and that's all you need.
Speed option look, and turning it right upfield is Moses King. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 10 after the big run from Moses King, and a great job here from Kentucky.
Moses King, fantastic read here. We haven't really seen the read option work for Kentucky at all. Boise State's been able to snuff it out the whole game. This time, those linebackers are getting blocked by those linemen and those wide receivers, tight ends, and just sprung a hole for King to run all the way down the field.
They mark him down at the 11 so they can get a first down without scoring. Over the middle complete, Tyler Amos takes a hit but holds on to the football.
Yeah, fantastic hit there. But great job holding on to the ball. Wow, that looks like that is number T. Boozer, the linebacker. Great job making the tackle there. I'm surprised that wasn't sprung out, but great hand strength by Amos.
It hurts a lot less if you hang on to the football, so a good job from Tyler Amos there. 2nd and 4. 4 receivers set, another speed option look, and this time Boise State has it snuffed out. Moses King dropped in the backfield by Jake Rice.
They absolutely did. You're right. There was no chance of getting that pitch off. And then the other safety comes flying up, tackling King. 3rd and 5. Don't need technically a touchdown, but you got to think this is 2 plays to put it in the end zone.
So we'll see where they go from here. They are going to throw it, and time to look downfield, and then thrown into the chest of the defender as he's hit as he lets it go. Incomplete. 4th and 5, and Kentucky going to kick the field goal with 3.5 to go.
I'm a little bit surprised at this, honestly. We've seen the defenses be strong so far, but with that great drive, Boise State just ran all the way down the field on Kentucky, and how tired both defenses are. I'm a little surprised they didn't go for it, but points are points. So what do I know?
Well, 3.5 to go. I think if it's earlier in the ball game, maybe you're right. Maybe they go for it. And Hooligan, we appreciate the follow. Now up to 2,981 followers. So getting closer, 19 more to get to that 3,000 follower mark. And there you see some of the highlights. These offenses finally starting to open it up. But as I was saying, Tony, a little earlier in that ball game, maybe they go for it. 3:28 to go here. They get the field goal, they get the lead, and now they put it back on their defense, who's played outstanding tonight.
That is a good point. You're right, exactly. Now, if you're Boise State, you don't want to drive down the field and score too quickly. Maybe you want to try and use as much clock as you can and kick a game-winning field goal.
Only need a field goal to get the lead, but Foreman's got to get him moving downfield first. That one batted down on the line of scrimmage.
Great job by that Kentucky front four, getting in the backfield. If you can't make the tackle, get your hands up is what they always tell them, and that's exactly what they did.
So 4 receivers set, and Foreman going to take off and try and do it on his own. Gets the first down out across the 35 to the 38-yard line. It'll be first down, Boise State.
Yeah, exactly. Great job by Boise. We've got 95 people here. Great job. Thank you. Let's get this link into your locker rooms. Get over 100. What a fantastic conclusion to this game we've got.
And Josiah Henry trying to find some yardage here. Gets 4 as we hit the 3-minute mark to go in this ball game. 2nd down and 6.
2nd down and 6 is right. Showtime DJ1, first time chat. Thank you very much for joining and chatting with us. Welcome to the broadcast. The CFSL is a great league. Make sure you get involved.
And read option, and Foreman gets nothing. Shut down by Lewis Walker. 5 tackles for Walker. This one in the backfield will be 3rd and 6.
Yeah, 5 tackles. Haven't really called his name all night. Great job coming up, making the play there in the backfield, forcing the 3rd and 6.
So at this point, is it 4-down territory? We'll see if they even have to make that decision here. 2.5 to go. They're going to throw the screen pass, and they're not going to have any room. Although a good job fighting off a defender, David Williamson winds up losing 3. That might make the decision a little bit easier to punt it and rely on your defense.
Yep, you're exactly right. Harlan Cash there couldn't quite make the tackle, or Lewis Walker, couldn't quite make the tackle, but did just enough to stay in the way of Boise State to make sure he couldn't get any further down the field.
They will punt it here, just over 2 minutes to play. Boise State, 3 timeouts left, and it's up to their defense now to try and force a 3-and-out, get the football back for their freshman quarterback to go make a play. Do you think they sell out on the run here, Tony?
That's a good call. I think, it doesn't look like they are in this formation, what they're coming out with right now. I don't think they would sell out for the run. The run hasn't been great for them all game.
They're going to go speed option here. Hardigan only gets a yard. There's the first Boise State timeout, 2:05 to go.
Exactly, yes. And Hooligan Revolver, thank you very much. First-time chatter as well. Welcome to the broadcast.
And now Copley on a little counter action. Can't get to the outside. Only good for 2. And they have only killed about 6 seconds here. 2:01 to go, 3rd and 7. This might be the ball game if you're Boise State. Can the defense come up with one more? Screenplay knocked down at the line of scrimmage, and Boise State can save a timeout here, and they're about to get the football back.
Tyler O'Kern with a fantastic play there. Wow, that's a great job to make that play get up huge. It looked like the ball hit him maybe in the bicep there. It showed too much of a vertical if he wanted to pick that off. But I think he's content with just swatting it down, getting the ball back for his offense. Like you said, saving the timeout. Boise State looks to be like they could drive the ball down the field. They have that timeout, lots of time. This could be an extremely exciting conclusion to this game.
Well, they were bringing a lot of pressure. If he doesn't knock that down, there could have been a lot of room to run for Copley. So now it's up to the Boise State offense. First play of the drive complete to Largent, 5 yards, and they're not looking like they're in a lot of a hurry here. 1:42 to go, 2nd and 5.
They don't necessarily need to be in a hurry. A field goal wins it. At this rate, Rick Kuhn coming up with the tackle there.
And you're right, only needing 3. Going to take their time here a little bit. No need to rush. And we'll see exactly how much time they decide to take here. Play clock at about 23 seconds when they snap that one. Some pressure coming from the outside from Kentucky. Rory makes the catch, but is dropped right there where he caught the football. It'll be 3rd and 2.
A little surprised Drury didn't try and get out of bounds on that play, because now I think you've got to start hurrying. You want to be, inside the 30 with about 20 seconds left. You don't want to let so much clock run out.
Now, still not in a huge hurry. 3rd and 2. The most important right now is getting the first down. As we hit about a 1:05 to go as they snap the ball, they're going to go to Henry up the middle, fighting for yards. And now 4th and 2 coming up. Got to make sure you have the right play call here.
You have to, exactly. They're running back to the line of scrimmage. This is the game.
Biggest play of the game to this point. Over the middle, complete, and Josiah Henry couldn't get the first on 3rd down. Makes the catch for 14 there.
Fantastic. Lined up as a wide receiver, made a fantastic play there.
And here we go again. Now 47 seconds and counting. Foreman looking to the sideline, and that would have iced it. It would have been a pick 6 for Kentucky. Instead, it's going to be 2nd down.
I don't believe it. DJ Brooks, that was his bread and butter last season. The All-American had it. That's a pick 6 to end the game. Very lucky for Boise.
What can they do with a second chance? Well, nothing on that play as Foreman wrapped up and thrown down in the backfield by Israel Jordan Ward.
They've got some wide receivers way downfield burning a lot of clock here.
Not going to use their timeout, and they're still going to need to get close to the first down marker to have a realistic shot for Jordan Henry to kick the field goal, and they're using a lot of time here.
Looks like they might be trying to set up for a Hail Mary.
I don't know exactly what they're doing here, but this might be it. This will be the last play unless it is a very quick one. 2 seconds. This is it. Gonna have to find the end zone, and that's not gonna do it. shut down, and Warren Little out of the backfield got a yard, but not anything else, and that's going to be the ball game. A 22-20 victory for Kentucky. A strange ending, but an outstanding game.
Yeah, a very outstanding game is right. Both defenses stood up and played well. Got burned a little bit, got, a little bit too tired maybe at the end, let some touchdowns score. But that was a great defensive performance by both teams. We don't normally see defensive showdowns in the CFSL, but very lucky to experience this one. Interceptions, fumbles from both teams. This game had everything.
Absolutely. It was a fantastic game. And with that, I'd like to say thank you to our associate producer, Austin Crow, our executive producer, Mike Peters, and of course, my broadcast partner for tonight's action, Tony Papel. And on behalf of our entire broadcast crew, I'm Nate Murphy, and you've been watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports right here on Twitch. Night one has come to an end, but we are back with two more great matchups tomorrow night, and it all starts at 7 p.m. Central Time from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where the Crimson Tide host the Longhorns of Texas, and that's followed up by a trip to South Beach where the Hurricanes host the Buckeyes. Good night, everyone.